Hello, thank you for listening. Welcome to the Roundhouse Rundown. This is a weekly glance at all things Shocker athletics. Each week we will give you a rapid-fire listen on events coming up, promotions, ticket deals, a trivia question, and just a bit of Shocker history. Here's this week's trivia question. The state of Kansas has produced the most 1,000-point scorers in men's basketball history with 11. What state is next? Is it A, New York, B, Missouri, C, Texas? As always, I'm going to make you stick around to the end. Just a few minutes and you'll get the answer. Shocker women return to action on Saturday with the Play for K pink game against UAB at 2 p.m. at Koch Arena. Fans are encouraged to wear pink and get in on the fight versus cancer by donating to the K-Yow Cancer Fund. WSU men are on the road. They play at number 24 Memphis on Thursday. That 6 p.m. game is on ESPN2 and, of course, 103.7 FM with Mike Kennedy and Bob Hall. Shockers play at Tulsa, 2 p.m. on Sunday. Then they're back in town. They return to Koch Arena to play North Texas, 6:30 p.m. on January 29th. That will be Suits and Sneakers, Coaches versus Cancer Night. The first 250 students receive a Shock Block Student Section t-shirt. You don't want to miss that. WSU's track and field team continues its indoor season in Lincoln, Nebraska this weekend. They are off to a good start to the indoor season. They opened up last weekend, finished second in the KU-KSU-WSU Triangular in Manhattan, and most importantly, they finished first in the men's portion of the standings in that meet. Men's tennis, they play their first home matches of the spring, 1 p.m. Saturday versus Omaha and 11 a.m. Sunday versus Drake. Both matches are at Genesis on Rock Road. Women's tennis, they are also in Nebraska. They will face the Huskers on Friday, Washington State on Saturday. Here's the trivia answer you've been waiting for. A, Texas with 7 is the second most productive state for 1,000-point scorers with the Shockers. Most prominently, Dave Stallworth is number 3 on the career list with 1,936 points. Other Texans on that list include Jason Perez, Randy Burns, Trey Murray, J.T. Durley, P.J. Kuznard, and Kyle Wilson, all fairly recent additions to the list when the Shockers really started recruiting Texas over the last 20 years. After Texas, you go back a little bit farther to a different kind of pipeline. New York has contributed 6 1,000-point scorers. Cheese Johnson is number 5 with 1,907 points. There are 5 Missourians on the list. Paul Miller's 1,317 points is tops among that group from the Show Me State. This week in Shocker history, on January 22nd, 2023, Craig Porter Jr. makes 3 free throws with 35 seconds to play to help WSU win 71-69 at SMU. It's the 6th straight win over the Mustangs for the Shockers, and the Shockers improved to 4-0 at Moody Coliseum as American Athletic Conference opponents. Jaquan Walton scores 18 points for the Shockers. James Rojas adds 12 points and 10 rebounds. Thank you so much for listening. You can find more information on schedules, tickets, and promotions at GoShockers.com. You can also find podcasts and stories at GoShockers.com as part of the Roundhouse's coverage of the Shockers.